Optika is all about bouncing and refracting light, about redirecting, splitting, bending, and combining it so that the right quantity of the right colour ends up in the right place. The tutorial does a good job of introducing you to each of the game's many tools. There are simple mirrors, lenses that intensify or even accelerate a light beam, and ones that change its colour. There's an undeniable joy in watching beautifully rendered light beams bounce around and seeing how each gizmo has an effect on them. Once you're into the levels proper, the game's issues quickly manifest themselves though. One is the somewhat mean initial level offering, just 20 levels once you've cleared the tutorial phase. After that, you have to pay for additional level packs. If this were a freemium game, that would be fine, but with a £1.49 initial price, it feels a little stingy. Far more of a concern is how fiddly things can get. It can be hard work accessing the right lens when the interface toggles overlap one another, particularly when playing on an iPhone. The biggest issue though is one that often affects physics games. You see, the ultimate aim is to have all the light beams shining onto the correct target for a sustained period, after which a little timer icon becomes a proceed icon and you can move on. Trouble is, a level-winning situation can often be a case of making tiny, almost imperceptible shifts in the position of a lens. And when you make a tiny shift one way, it can disrupt the path of the other beams you've successfully rerouted. Soon, you're sat nudging the lens one way and then the other, trying to get it just right. Eventually, you'll wonder if you even have the right solution at all, or whether it just requires a tiny bit more nudging. On one level we played, the proceed icon was flipping into view seemingly at random, leaving us in the ridiculous situation of hovering over the button, waiting for the moment to escape the level. This is perhaps the result of creating an extremely precise, exacting game for a somewhat imprecise touchscreen input. Optika is a solid enough game, but its familiar premise, lack of generosity, and inability to overcome some predictable control and interface issues mean it doesn't shine half as bright as we'd like. This has been James with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.